So I thought I would just stop in real quick and just kind of pregame with y'all because I am here in San Francisco Bay Area and I will be attending the OpenAI Dev Day tomorrow. And for those who don't know, OpenAI is having a developer day that's taking place tomorrow, Monday at I think it's 10 a.m. for the live stream. And I thought, let's just kind of turn this to an AMA because I'm just kind of hanging out here live and I'm just curious to see what your takes are. Like, are you ready for some of the, rumors and stuff that are happening right now? From what I've been seeing online, Riley Brown is currently posting saying that agents are kind of coming in tomorrow and they're thinking about like how they're vibe coding apps. So I find this really interesting because tomorrow, like I don't know where they got this from because I'm just catching up right now. I just came back from dinner. I'm like, yo, what's been happening since I've been away? So I kind of feel like a little bit of FOMO, if you know what I mean. So I'm just trying to prepare for tomorrow. For those who don't know, OpenAI is having a dev day tomorrow. And so that's taking place. Looks like it's going to be over 1,500 developers. And that's going to be live streamed here with an opening keynote as well. So I think this is the developer website for this at Fort Mason. So it's going to be live streamed at 10 a.m. I will be there in person, which is going to be super awesome. And so feel free to ask me any questions. And tomorrow at 7 a.m., my friend Alex Alex Finn is going to be picking me up. And then I'm going to try to live stream in the car so we can also kind of ask some questions. So you're going to watch live. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit the notifications because at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I'll be live. And I think 8 a.m. is when the doors open. So I'm not sure. It's going to be really cool. So you can actually kind of hang out with us while we're live streaming. I'm going to live stream all the way in until my battery runs out or whatever happens. And I'm going to have some backups and everything. So I'm going to try to live stream on all platforms depending on what I can do. So Jason says, what's up, man? How's it going? Checking out my whole setup here. Eugene, Chris, good morning. What's cooking, man? You'll be covering it live. Yes, I'll be covering as much as I can live. I also want to attend some of these sessions, and I don't think we're allowed to live stream for some of the sessions, but the first one at 10 a.m. is going to be live streamed to everyone, including Sam Altman. So definitely going to go ahead and you should probably watch that. Yo, what's happening, George? Take a charger, please. Okay, so check this out. I want to show you my setup. I got like 2 chargers set up. These are for like the different, I have the Action 5 here. And so this is what I got for this guy here. You can kind of see this is the one I'm going to be taking. And I'm going to be live streaming from this. I also have the Pocket 3, which I'm currently charging right now. So I got the Pocket 3. I also have like the wireless mics and stuff. These are currently charging right now. But these wireless mics, I'm going to be hooking up and I'm going to be doing interviews. So these will last like 16 to 20 hours each. And then I can hook these up and then recharge them back into the box. And they should get me like 80%. So that should be pretty good cooking. I don't think I need a backup mic. I got a backup 4 terabyte hard drive. So this thing will back up if I run out of space on my Mac. And then I got a backup battery power thing. And then I'm going to be taking a plug from my Mac, but I'm also going to be taking an extension cord because just plugging in sometimes is just kind of inconvenient. So routing all the cables and stuff will be kind of like the best way to do that. So I'm prepared. Yeah, multiple power banks. I think Action 5 can handle 1 to 2 hours on battery. Yes. Yeah. So I have the, I don't know if you realize this, but the Action Cam has the extended power pack. So the 1950 milliamps. These ones last, each one can last like 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours each. Then I got a second one because I also have an Action Pro 4. So I still have those batteries and that's here. And then I have another backup microphone, a DJI one. So this is going to be the mic 2 and this will go to the Pocket 3. So the Pocket 3 will have its own microphone. And last year I did some interviews and stuff. And this year I'm planning to do that. I also have an editor on standby. So I'll be shipping him content and we're going to be cooking live. So I'm going to be doing a lot of really cool stuff, really trying to prepare for this whole thing because this stream is about to be really crazy. So this is going to be the dev day thing. Sam Altman for the keynote. We're also going to have Greg Brockman there. Also, I think Johnny Ive is going to roll through. So Obi, what's up? Say what's up to my old buddy Johnny from Apple and stuff. So yeah, you should have come to the pregame meetup we had today. It was great. Yeah, I was in Berkeley, so I couldn't make that today. So I wish I would have had a chance to kind of check that out as well. So yeah, that's kind of what's up. Just really curious on what you think they're going to announce tomorrow. I think this is really interesting as far as like what the agents are going to be about. If they do announce that, that'll be really interesting. I know Sam Altman did some announcements, so I'm just trying to catch up to that as well because I'm a little late to the game, man. I've been so late right now. So let's see what's going on. Sam Altman. Does anyone know what he's going to be announcing soon? Yeah. Click the link in your email. It has way more speakers. Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to broadcast, to be honest, because I didn't really want to read through that. And right now I'm just kind of going through the stuff live because it is like a invite-only event. and I'm not sure what's supposed to be shared publicly or not. And so yeah, that's what's up. Okay. Did he say help you build with AI? Do we get GPT-6 before GT? Alex Volkov. This is awesome. Okay. What time is happening? Okay. Come see F.Inc. So for those who don't know, Founders Inc. is basically right next door. So I might roll through and say what's up with them because there's a lot of people who are going to be there as well. This is the guy, if you don't know, he's the person responsible for seeing all the hexagon bouncing ball things. And so he's actually going to have that shirt. So I'm going to definitely roll through and say what's up to him. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to get in trouble, by the way. So like, that's the other thing too. It's like, I don't know what's going on. More capable. Okay. What is this? GPT-5 agentic developer API tooling. Okay. Plus a teaser for ChatGPT browser. Okay. Yeah. What do you guys think is going to be happening tomorrow? I really have no clue, Yeah. So if you don't know Flavio, this is the guy. He's the guy who's responsible for the bouncy ball thing. So yeah, this guy's doing like a whole world tour right now that he's here in the Bay. That's what's up. And then what else is going on? Hexagon bouncing balls thing. Okay. So we have that developer day. And then there's also a new model that's showing up in chat. So someone is actually saying that this is not Google Gemini. I just came out right at the bat and was like, bro, it's Google Gemini. But it could actually be another XAI model. And the only reason why I said Google Gemini was because of the pricing. So this is a model that's currently showing up in Cursor as Cheetah. And so you're probably seeing a lot of videos right now on YouTube with this. I haven't had a chance to take a look because I've just been super busy. I just got back. I just wanted to make sure that everything was all like set up for my live streaming for tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to I'm going to definitely live stream tomorrow, but I don't know like what the whole deal is as far as like what I'm allowed to stream it. Obviously I'm going to just follow the rules from OpenAI, not try to break anything. So yeah, I think Google's cooking hard. It'd be really interesting. Yeah. Well, the guy went to viral for the coding in a bar. Cool. I'll have to check that out. I don't know whether you meant coding in a bar, like literally in a bar. So it might be live cooking event tomorrow. So yeah, so whatever stuff I have access to and that I can live stream, I'll definitely be doing live. I have noise canceling stuff set up for my Mac in processing, so I'll be able to do that. And then I'll have one of my wireless mics that has noise canceling built in. And so if there's a lot of noise, we should be able to really kind of cook tomorrow live as well. So I think they're just locked in the kitchen right now. Yeah, check his recent tweets. Oof. I don't know. Really interesting to see. It's like, who should I hit up tomorrow? Let's see. Flavio? Yeah, I didn't see his recent tweets. Yeah. Even you cannot cover everything live after the event summary would be really cool. Yeah, I think that'll be a really good idea. I think I'll definitely pop in after the event. So I was at this event last year and I did do some coverage at the end of the event. And I had access to the real-time streaming API right before the event kind of closed down. So I popped into a little hallway and actually did a demo of the real-time API streaming. So that was really cool because you can actually play with that stuff last year. I think thinking about camping at overnight Fort Mason. No, I think you're good, man. Like you're going to be able to get in. Is there any live stream scheduled for OpenAI today? So if you're watching, it's currently Sunday, October 5th here in California. It's 10:13 p.m. And tomorrow, there 6 o'clock at 10 o'clock in the morning is when there's going to be the live stream. So this is going to be it. It's going to say tune in right here. So if you basically hit this, I think, sign up for live stream. Yeah, I think if you haven't had a chance to sign up, this is probably going to be your best bet to sign up here. So let me put this in here. Okay, cool. So some guy in Discord wanted to get there at 5 a.m. Bro, like nothing's going to happen. Like last year, you just basically just show right up. The stuff is going to open and then you go through security and you pick up like swag. I think last year I picked up a sweater and a little bag and stuff like that. And then you're pretty much going to just roll through and stuff. So I have no idea what's actually going to be announced. So I'm really curious to see like what they're going to announce. I know people are already talking about different things like, agent stuff to be like agent wrappers, stuff that's going to kill NAN. That would be super crazy if they're able to like actually do this. Cause that would just be like super mad, if you know what I mean. That'd be fire. Yeah, the keynote from Sam is the only live session. Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably have to give you a recap after. Last year when I tried to pop in the keynote and do like a live stream, they just said like no live streaming allowed. So I had to kind of close everything down. So that's how it went down. I wonder if you can make an overview tour streaming software. How do you become mine? Comments from streaming platforms, blurring stuff like that. Yeah, Eugene, I think I might have like a different video where I might do this because this is a pretty like often requested thing, and I think it's going to be cool if I do that. Yeah, in a different like live stream. Yeah. How high expectations do you have for them to announce something new and amazing tomorrow? I don't really have any expectations. You know, to be honest, like even seeing this on my feed, like just when I got back from dinner tonight, I'm like, damn, that would be fire if they could just kill this all in one shot, you know? I've been wanting a better platform for doing agentic work. And I've thought of even making my own, but if OpenAI is going to provide one, why not use that infrastructure? Because for the longest time, I've always wanted a way for like them to manage like vector databases and I just want to give them data and then query it back and that's it. Like I don't have to want to worry about infrastructure and everything like that. So if they can take care of a lot of that stuff for me, like transcriptions, everything, now I could just build an app experience, like basically just build the front end and that'll be it. So I'm hoping they get closer to that feature, which would be super nice. I mean, to be honest, that'd be probably like the best thing. So I think, yeah, George, you guys probably just met at the meetup. I think it's really funny how everyone's kind of meeting up on here as well. So can anyone hook me up with some merch from the PH? We'll see. I'm pretty bearish on these workflows. Okay. Agents wouldn't be in predetermined workflows. It would be more like Claude Code. Yeah, we'll see. I see pretty high. I think they create something. They're going to create something for robotics. That would be really cool. I would think they would have invited more robotics people, but I have no clue who's going to be there as well. So workflows are not agents, in my opinion. Yeah, make it easy for create agents and for verticals might be interesting. I think this workflow is still getting kind of figured out. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is a move in this direction because like there's companies who are spinning this stuff up and people are using them. Like N8N is still crazy. You know, there's like the Lindy platform. There's also like Gumloop. So like Gumloop is amazing because you can just put together stuff by, you know, taking pictures of workflows or doing different, you know, take a picture of documentation and just spill everything out for you. So it makes it really easy to share. From last year's Dev Day, how do I owe you a sticker? I don't really understand. You said you were going to give me a sticker on the live stream from last year. Bro, did you slide in my DMs? Did you give me your address? Like I would have sent one to you, bro. I got stickers. I still have them, by the way. Like I still got one of these. Like if you still got, you know. I got like the shrooms. I got like the strawberry. I got the official like, you know, Coachella. Let's see if I can just kind of do this. I think I have to kind of block my eyes. That's what I should do. Yeah. I'm just going to put this around my ear. What's good? What's good, fam? Yeah. Did you slide through my DMs? I know I mailed some stuff out to some people. So yeah, I'll see what's up. Let's see what else we got here. I love from Chile, Ray Ray. Glad to see you live. Actually come to YouTube to fetch your promo code from Factory Droids. Yeah, man. So if you haven't seen that promo code, I think it's, let me see if I can throw it up on the screen. I know I have it on this screen, so let me just turn it on for you so you can scan this. HTTPS rfer.me/rayfactory. Pause live stream, take out your phone, take a picture of that QR code. You get 40 million tokens for free for Factory if you just hit that below. I get no commission, no affiliates, anything like that. That was literally the deal that I struck with them as part of the sponsorship for the last live stream, I think last weekend or the weekend before that. And I just said, if you're going to sponsor my stuff, we have to code together with my friends online, and it's still enabled. So if you sign up through that link, they're still going to give you 40 million tokens. They haven't turned it off yet. So, hey, like, I don't mind if people still sign up through that. I don't get anything from this. This isn't a sponsored stream. So that's it. That's what's up. But I'm in there in person. So don't worry. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. My speculation is Cheetah is a mini version of a model OpenAI is going to launch because everyone complains about how slow GPT-5 is. That would be really cool. But I'm currently seeing hints that it's XAI. So yeah, let's trade at the event. Bro, I'm not going to bring any stickers, bro. You have to get your own stuff, bro. Like if you're going to be there, like it's over, bro. Cheetah might be the Grok Fast newer version. That'd be really cool, actually. These historical artifacts right here. So yeah, let's talk real quick about Grok Fast and Grok in general. So if you remember from the Grok live stream event, they said the Grok code models will be released in October. So we got some earlier previews of Grok code, like from inside of Cursor. And I don't know if you know, but they have to take some time to do like the tooling updates to make sure it complies with all the different stuff that you need for AI coding. And so it's been available inside of Cursor. So they've been able to collect all this user data from people as far as like what requests are coming in, how good it complies with things, what the general vibe is. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is the second iteration of that Grok code that's currently released. I said Gemini 3 just to get everything all rizzed up. And I guess it's already got 100K plus views. Y'all are crazy. Y'all think I'm an influencer. I was like, stop. I'm just coding with you. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to, speaking of influencers, let me just turn off this factory thing real quick. So you haven't had a chance to sign up for that. We launched a new podcast. This is the podcast you really want to listen to right now. It's probably the most goated podcast right now on the market. It's my buddy Gosu Coder. So Gosu Coder and myself, Eric Provencher, we launched a podcast, and this podcast is called Rate Limited. So let me drop the links in the bio right quick. So this podcast is so on fire. Like it's also available on Spotify, also available on Apple Podcasts. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at this one, let me go ahead and drop some of these links up in there. So I think it's rfer.me/rate. Let me see. Yeah, let me just drop the links for you. And so myself, Eric Provencher, and Gosu Coder talk about the models themselves. So let me just drop these links right here. So if you haven't had a chance to, if you're on Apple Podcasts, slide into the rfi.me/rate limited Apple. I also got the Spotify one here, so you can get up and on that. So check out these links here. I just dropped them all in the comments. So this podcast is absolutely fire right now. Actually, if you, drop the 5-star reviews. We go over the best coding model and more in the world in episode 1. So definitely check that out. That's definitely one you don't want to miss. Let me see if I can play this real quick, if it's going to let me play it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rate Limited podcast. I don't think it's playing right now, but yeah. I'll figure this out later because I got an audio issue. But yeah, Rate Limited podcast. Definitely go check it out. That's the podcast you want to listen to right now because we talk about, Claude Sonnet 4. Eric drops a whole bunch of bombs on like tool calling. Gosu Coder has his own benchmarks, and he kind of shows you about like, what's the actual model that's working really well. I talk about my experience using the models as well, and that's probably the best thing you want to do right now to check out and stay up on the podcast. Make sure you support everyone. So that's what's up. All right, so let's catch up a little bit on the comments because I'm a little bit behind. So yeah, that's Cheetah. Grok code. Grok code is going to be dropping sometime in October, right? From what they said back in the keynote with Elon Musk. And so that's right now. We're October 5th. I wouldn't be surprised if they're waiting to see what OpenAI drops and so forth and just kind of slide it right in. And that's the one that you'd pay like $300 a month for the Grok 4 Heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a similar equivalent with the code model dropping in. So I canceled my Grok 4 Heavy account because it was just straight up trash for coding. If this thing for $300 a month just absolutely wipes the floor, be prepared for this live stream. That thing is about to be all day. That's just about to be ridiculous. But that's not what this is about right now. This is about OpenAI and like the dev day tomorrow. We're about to be cooking. This is from last year's dev day. And that's how we roll around here. And then this is where I got some swag as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you stay locked because I'm going to have a live stream tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. I got to leave the house. Alex Finn is going to be picking me up. And I got my whole live stream set up, action camera, this computer. We're going to be streaming live. We're going to be cooking with like multiple cameras. I got hard drives, batteries. I got DJI. We're locked in, fam. Yeah, we're going to be doing the damn thing. So OpenAI Dev Day is the new Taylor Swift tour, bro. No, it's the new Brochella. It's the AI Brochella. It's like literally we're just doing one day. Everyone in the room, you're cooking. Yeah. Time is kicking off is 10 a.m. for the keynote. Yeah, dude, the droids have been insane to work with and they have cooked for real. Droids are so on fire. The specs and everything are my favorite thing to do right now. So Cursor versus Claude Code, which one do you use the most? Y'all want to be honest? I've been cooking a lot with droids. I've not really been using the Cursor agent very much, if at all. Actually, not at all, since the droids came out. It is not because they sponsored my stream. It's because it's that good. And I don't know. I just hate going around in circles. Also, Robin Ebers, if you haven't had a chance to follow him, he put me on game for the EXA MCP along with this other guy named Codex in my Discord. They said the EXA MCP for actually looking up documentation is the best setup. So I'm going to walk you guys through getting that set up. And I want to get that set up for myself because the problem when I use Codex, the CLI, or use Codex inside of Cursor, as far as a plugin, what happens is like for web search is so horrible. So exa.ai allows an MCP call to actually go and search the web. They have like the biggest domains for all this stuff, LLM ready, everything ready to go. And it just really flies. So that's kind of where I'm at with the coding part and so forth. So why would you go live right now? Bro, Alex, this is the pregame right now. We're actually trying to figure out the pregame of like me sitting down, like what questions people have, what the setup is. So I'm going to be leaving my house at 7 o'clock in the morning here in the Bay Area. So my friend Alex Finn is going to be picking me up here in Los Altos. We're going to get on 280 and we're going to just rip and we're going to be live. So we're going to be live like all the way up into Fort Mason until we get kicked out. So yeah, race stocked with equipment for sure. GLM and so yeah, for those who don't know, you can actually set up droids with other models. You can set up custom models. I want to set up Kimi K2 inside of Grok. It'd be so fast. So yeah, that'll be what's up. And also GLM 6, 4.6 would be cool. It's got like 5 batteries, different. Yeah, I'm stacked, bro. I'm ready. Is it just me or OpenAI is getting personal with Pulse Shopify thing? Like it really wants to know my habits and choices. I haven't played too much with it. I haven't checked Pulse since the first day. I'd be curious to know how personal it's trying to get. Like, is it asking you lots of questions? I'd be curious. And is it actually helpful? Do you actually like Pulse? Please drop it in the comments for sure. You are an AI influencer. Y'all make me the influencer, I guess. Yeah, because gotta get Tech Friend on the podcast. Yeah, we gotta get Tech Friend on as well. I can't hear. Oh, I think that's for the audio. Yeah. Do you know when Dev Day starts for when the live starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time? So make sure you stay tuned. Microsoft added Claude Code to Copilot as well. Wear the Dolce & Gabbana outfit tomorrow, bro. Nah, I'm cool off that, bro. For you, yeah, there's an AI live stream where I was doing this try on for Dolce & Gabbana. I'm good off that. I'm good. So hey, man, what's going on? I'll have time for my interview before Dev Day starts. Yeah. I'm full on Codex. I got 3 Codex agents running. Codex is the best at web search. What? Yeah, no, Codex is not the best. I'm saying if you set up the MCP with Exa AI, that's what it would be really interesting. And we're going to go ahead and do that. So yeah, this is the pregame right now. We're pregaming. We're trying to like go all in. I'm about to go to sleep. So I need to get my 8 sleep on. I don't even know what that means actually. I just heard that. So, so yeah. We're going to be live as well. So let's join forces. For those who don't know, Alex Volkov runs Thursday AI. You need to check that boy out. This guy cooks. Also, like, dude, DeepSeek, sparse attention. We need to talk about that because no one is actually talking about this. And I think like this is going to drop inference costs for these long contexts. And I want to learn more. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to find Alex during the live stream. And we're going to sit down. We might just do it like a live stream. And just do an interview to each other and kind of catch up as well. So Pulse is amazing. Dude, I want to hear more about Pulse. Yeah. It reads my emails in my calendar. Damn, that's so cool. Yes, I want to do this. It's a bigger deal than Sora. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear like people's reactions right now to Pulse. It gets better the more you use it. Okay. That'd be really interesting. Does Droids have good limits on the $20 a month plan? So once you reach, $20 a month, you get 20 million tokens for the month. So basically $1 per million. After that, and you can use any model, right? But there's a model multiplier. So if you're using Sonnet, it times 1.5 or 1.2 or something. And then if you're using Opus, you can use it, but it's times 6, right? So that's how many tokens you'll use. After that, you'll just pay 2 point something per million tokens. It's currently listed on the factory's website, but yeah, you'll want to check the look. So DSA is incredible. Yeah, I want to talk like with you guys more about this because Yeah, that's super slept on. There was so much news that dropped last week. I felt like that kind of really went under the radar, and I'm still kind of like, whoa. So DeepSeek's sparse attention is definitely something we'll have to talk more about. It uses all the memory to personalize the actions for you for Pulse. Okay. I'm really curious about Pulse as well. Are you still on the Pro plans, by the way? Anyone who has ChatGPT, are you thinking about switching? Did you switch to the Pro plan because of using Codex? Would love to hear what you're thinking down below, obviously. Um, do you like Avicii? Yeah, of course. Avicii's fire, man. Like, I love all the dance music stuff. It's just so cool. Pulse seems like a different flavor of GPT-5. I do have Pro. Yeah. I've been cooking with Pro because I'm on the Pro plan for this month. Yeah, because of Codex. Yeah, I'm on Codex. Hey, does anyone still have the Claude Pro Max plans or whatever? Like, do you have the Max plan? Do you have the $100 a month Max plan? Or do you have the $200 a month a Max plan? Drop that in the comments. Did you drop one and go with the other? Did you drop all of them? Where are you spending this money? Because for me, I'm spending like thousands of dollars a month on all these different Pro plans. I'm like, I can't right now. But I want to hear, like, what are you guys on right now? Bro, I had to switch to Pro after hitting the week limit. Codex is way cheaper than Claude Code. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know, but I know some people have to kind of get to the Pro plan, right? Just to start using it. I use Pro for market research, lead gen, and then Codex. Yeah, okay, switch because I hit the plus limits. Cancel Claude completely and never went back. Ooh, damn. So I don't know if you know this. I have been using Claude Max $200 a month plan. And after one like session to just create documentation, all I used was 80,000 Opus tokens. I just selected the Opus model. I was like, I want a good architecture plan. It generated it. And I already used like, I think 2% of my Opus limit for the week. So that calculation comes in my head. I got 4 million tokens a week of Opus only. Opus only as a model. Before I get slapped in my hand from Claude Code and said that you can't use it for the rest of the week. So I'm paying $200 a month, and I know I used to use way more than 4 million tokens a week. I'm curious if you had the same reaction, because I know some people after like 2 hours of using Opus, they just get kicked out for the week, and they're just so pissed. And so I don't know if you guys have also switched as well. Did Avicii pass away? For real? No way. Avicii death? Wait. When did... I thought that was a long time ago, right? 2018? Yeah. Was it September 8th? No. Yeah, I was spending, spending $2K a month on Claude Max on CC usage. So I'm curious to see in my request, when I did CC usage, it showed that I used 450,000 tokens for my request for the week. But on the context in Claude Code, after I did all that stuff, it only showed I used 80,000. So I wonder if it purged some of the tokens in the middle of my requests. So I'm really curious to see whether how the calculations are done, if you know what I mean. So I'm currently on the $20 a month plan for both Cursor and ChatGPT. Oh, that's right. I also have a $200 a month Cursor plan. Bought 1 year of Cursor, so I'm getting the unlimited auto model. I think the auto model might be GPT-5 these days. I dropped Claude Code Max and then to Pro. That's a really good idea because it's just $20 a month, right? So you can still use stuff. What's better for coding right now, Codex High or the latest on it? Okay, so Codex High, I don't find like I get good results. So you maybe like kind of want to change that up a little bit. I find GPT-5 High really good, especially at planning and even doing some regular stuff. But it turns out if you do GPT-5 Low or medium, you're going to get the best results after you have a spec already kind of generated. And the reason is that the more reason actually doesn't produce better code for the model. Actually, it's less reasoning. There's a new actual benchmark from my guy, Eric Provencher. And I want to see if I can show you this because let's see, repo prompt, PV. And this actually kind of proves to be true. So I might meet up with him tomorrow. I met up with him today, but I'll meet up with him tomorrow. This new benchmark actually shows like large context reasoning and so forth and adherence to like instructions. So this is a benchmark he released. The top model that's currently showing up on his benchmark is GPT-5 Codex Medium. Underneath that is Sonnet 4.5. Underneath that's a Gemini Pro. But there's a link here to show us like the actual, let's see if there's the benchmark, because he has the benchmark live right now. And I want to see where that's at. Let's see the benchmark. Yeah, benchmark. So as of now, this is run by other people. So there are other people who are currently running this benchmark as well. So like you can run it yourself. You can just download repo prompt and just do a 15-minute benchmark. And this contributes to the scores. And so we can see that Claude Code Sonnet is now number 1. And this is off of two runs. So the problem with some of these benchmarks from some of these actual institutions is they'll pick some of the best runs and just kind of go with those test results, and they'll throw out the other results. And so this type of thing will actually start to aggregate all the results from everyone else. That way we can kind of see differences in actual ratings. So you can kind of see there were 2 runs here. One was a 72.6 and one was 56.7. And so he just kind of went with the middle one. This is kind of why he's showing these 2 ranges here. So he'll show the number of runs that people have done. And I would highly encourage you to do this. It's called repoprompt.com/bench. I would encourage you to run it. It's really cool. And it's a closed source test, and he generates the test on the fly. And I'll actually have him explain the specifics of how this works in a lot of detail. But because I was actually discussing some of the testing details, and I'll let him explain because he's way better explaining this stuff. But as of now, you can kind of see Claude Code Sonnet at the very top, then Sonnet 4.5, GPT-5 2.5 Pro, and then Codex High and Medium and Low. That's interesting. So this is about adherence to like reasoning, file editing precision, and instruction adherence. So if the answer is wrong, or if it doesn't write the file, he fails the test. So it's extremely strict because the model has to be really good at actually writing the file and like not failing. And so, yeah, these are basically, if they can read these benchmarks, then that means they're really good at not only getting to the right answer, but actually writing the right answer in the right location and everything. So that's a really interesting benchmark. And I thought I would want to share that with y'all. So let me catch up a little bit more to the comments because I'm a little bit behind. So, because I was just asking people on like what type of stuff you're currently on. And yeah, so we were talking about Avicii and cool. Yeah. Let's see. Codex GPT or GPT-5? I think so. I was talking about GPT-5. My favorite model to use for planning is GPT-5 High. Once I just generate a spec with Droid at GPT-5 High, I just hand it over to Codex, and then Codex will just implement that spec super quick, And so if you have Codex in Droid set to medium, it's going to auto adjust itself. And then that's kind of the recommended use for the API anyways. And then you're pretty much set after that. So you don't really have to set it to high. Actually, setting it to high kind of makes it worse performance if you're using it outside of like a Droid or something like that. So just FYI. The factory team is so generous. They added me to the extra 40 million tokens after getting views on what my experience was on Droid. Yeah, like they're super cool. If you reach out to the Droid team, they're insanely responsive on X. So yeah, that's what's up. I'm going to be so hyped for tomorrow. That's why I wanted to go live today, because I feel like we need a pregame right now. Are you going to be at the event? Definitely hit me up. It'd be really cool to meet up with some folks. I'm going to try to be live. I'm going to try to find some corners to be live as well. So I want to meet up with y'all because it'd be really cool. Chrome settings can change colors. Yeah. Okay, cool. Do you think that the entire paradigm has shifted in coding field after coming of AI? No more hours of debugging or fixing codes. Also, code learning methods have entirely changed. Not yet. I think it's starting to like make people rethink their whole coding paradigm, and existing developers who are very experienced are understanding the same things that I'm trying to understand, that Eric, these other people, you who are currently on the live stream, what can AI coding do very well? What can it do repeatable? And like, how do we measure it or benchmark it so that we know like what we're getting into? And so benchmarks like what's currently being shown with Repo Prompt, if you know that Claude Sonnet, like the Claude Code Agent SDK using Claude Sonnet can actually be this dependable, you're probably going to reach to that for more of your tool calling and more of your tasks if you already have very good specified things versus like something else at the very bottom like GPT-4.1 or GPT-5 Low, right? So like comparatively, you're like, okay, this is the type of stuff you're going to be thinking as an engineer. So I think we're like I like to say this, like we're literally in the first pitch of the entire AI baseball game, and we have a full like 9 innings to go. If you're familiar with baseball terms, there are many pitches. There are hundreds and hundreds of pitches throughout the game. And, this is going to go on for a very long time. And so we're at the very beginnings, and I think engineers are kind of re-exploring their workflows. And so, yeah, we're doing that. Kyle, oh my God, so awesome. So if you don't know, Kyle is cracked. PhD, and I love the way that he explores the OpenAI models, and he does a lot of like mathematical things, and he has some actual papers that he's published, and he throws them in there, and he does a lot of deep research things and kind of actually shows you where the holes are in models. So if you haven't had a chance, definitely make sure you follow him. Also has a really amazing YouTube channel. Kyle, if you get a chance to drop the URL, and if they let you drop the URLs, I'll definitely put that on the screen because I want you to, actually, let me see if I can do that right now. Kyle Cabasares YouTube. Yeah. This channel's awesome. Let me put this up in here. Put this in the chat. So I'll put this in the chat. Make sure you go follow him right now. And yeah, he drops fire like all over the place. So yeah, 70K subs. Let's go, bro. Let's go. He also does live streams. So he's like totally cool in the lives. Yeah. So let's see. He did a live stream 5 days ago. Yeah. Totally cool. Trying GPT-5, doing all the cool stuff. So definitely get a chance to go follow Kyle as well. Everyone up in the mix. Let's see what's going on. So let me catch up a little bit more. I'm a little bit behind. Let's see. Hi, overthinks. For me, it's already tomorrow in Germany. Yikes. Are we going to get another picture with Sam this year? Probably. Yeah, a lot of people say I look like Sam Altman. I don't know how you guys think I do, but I'll get a picture next to him. That'll be fire. I'll also get a picture with Johnny, which would be so crazy, That'll actually be fire because I think he's going to be there at the event. So that'd be what's up. Someone shout, should Vibe code a VS Code extension for real-time model rating in Cursor Windsurf? That'd be really cool. Do you believe in AGI? Do you think it's just a scientific marketing thing? No. I think that's actually something that they've been looking to do, and I think we're low-key already there. But the new term that people talk about in the industry is now artificial super intelligence. So it's not like general intelligence, but a super intelligence where like I really don't know what the differences are. I mean, if I think about them in like technical terms, general intelligence is general knowledge of the world, right? That's kind of what you do when you go to Google and, figure out different things. And then there's the super intelligence where I think there's literally 2 levels if you think about it. So general intelligence is like you know enough, but you don't know how to like problem solve autonomously. So if you know how to bake a cake and you know the ingredients, can you actually go figure out if there's like your oven doesn't work? So how do you then make that same cake in a creative scenario? So that's like problem solving skills. And that's kind of what we do as humans. We're like, oh, let me just go talk to my neighbor, or let me figure out if there's a problem I could fix for the stove, or let me just kind of cook this over like a different heating method, right? And so that's like, general intelligence is like knowing the thing, but then applying it and problem solving in real life, I think is where the super intelligence part comes in. So that's like the new term is like, now that we have these things that can kind of do stuff autonomously, can they now figure that stuff out in a real environment and kind of interact with the world in this super intelligence type of fashion? And so that's like the next step where I think a lot of these types of things are going. And I think it's really interesting to hear when people talk about these, like figure out what their intent is and like what they're trying to accomplish, because that really kind of starts to anchor their vision. Like, are they thinking much longer term, or are they thinking like in a very short term, like, type of scenario like right now? So do you think we'll get some Sora updates tomorrow? I hope we get some API updates. That'd be super fire, right? I think we're going to get some Sora updates for sure. OpenAI world model when, bro. Also, like, Alex, do you think we're going to get like a distillation model tomorrow? Right? Because I have not heard them talk about a distillation model. And I'm really curious, right? Like, do we get like a code distillation model tomorrow? Is that what we're seeing currently in Cursor? I'm really curious. I have not heard any peep of this at all. And I don't even know if it's ready to go. I'm just throwing rumors out there. I'm just really curious. Yeah. So that'd be what's up. So including OpenAI music gen model, that'd be so crazy. VO3 is one integrated model, I believe. Yeah. I tried to see if Sora actually watches the videos before it remixes them, but I wasn't able to find that out. They canceled these gens. Oh, interesting. Huh. Now I think Sam Altman looks like you. No, bro. I think you guys are trolling for real. Like, there's no way I look like Sam Altman, bro. Apple full circle. General intelligence is as smart as humans is everything. So super intelligent is smarter than the smartest human. Curious with AI, how are you guys working with product managers now? Any changes? I would love to hear people who are still like in the fangs and stuff like that. Have you seen podcasts with Dire Seer with Godfather of AI? This was really, I need to go watch that episode. I want to see that one. Products are, yeah. What do you mean by distillation model? This technique is basically where the model kind of like, I don't know if you've seen like image generation where they basically, you've seen like a preview and it's kind of fuzzy and then the details kind of come later. And so like the models are basically, or maybe I'm kind of diffusion model, not distillation, diffusion model, a diffusion model, not distillation. So the diffusion model is like, it's this technique where kind of like things kind of fill in around the outside and then it'll just kind of keep filling in the dots and the details kind of later on, right? So it's kind of like the old Polaroid pictures, like where the stuff would be fuzzy and it kind of fills it in as it goes. So yeah, the diffusion models will kind of do that way. There's a couple companies who've done some code diffusion. So it start to see random lines and functions in different places and then the code to kind of fills in the middle of nowhere. It's really, really fast. It's a really cool technique. And it's not like filling it in like in the way that you normally see like a, you know, kind of the next token type of prediction, but it's more like, here's an outline, here's other things that should be going into it, and it fills out those details. So yeah, I'd be really curious to see how that would kind of come out if they do release something like that. So yeah, that's what. Cameo him on Sora, we'll see. I hope Google's stitch functionality with direct port Xcode. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yo, dev day in the house. What's going on, man? Yo, it's about to be really crazy. Apple needs to buy OpenAI. Bro, they can't touch that thing, bro. Like Microsoft's all over that whole deal. Like no one's going to touch that deal right now. Yeah. I think I'm ready to go good night because it's already 10:47. I need to be up and out of my house by 7. So I think I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. So Google has a really fast diffusion model. Yeah. So I'm going to head on out. I'm going to be available for Dev Day. So make sure you lock in, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be going live tomorrow, probably as soon as 7 to 7:30 a.m. I got the cameras charging up right now. I got also the wireless microphones charging up. I got the Pocket 3 in the game here. I got the DJI batteries up in the mix. I got the extra backup battery. I got this laptop I'm about to take with me, and I'm just going to roll through. I'm going to be having Alex Finn pick me up. So he's going to pick me up, and I'm going to live stream in the car. I'm going to mic him up. We're going to be talking. We're going to pre-gaming. So the pre-game will continue tomorrow morning. I got to get my hours of sleep right now. And then tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to be live as much as possible. And then it's probably going to be really noisy. Also, I'm going to see if I can figure out, because I don't want every conversation to be live and out there because there's going to be some private conversations, but I might even do some live stream interviews with some folks or just do some pre-recorded like vlogging stuff. So we'll see. I also want to enjoy myself at the event. So it'd be really important to just connect with people and just kind of have a real time. And then I might just give you the updates afterwards. So that'd be really cool. So yeah, that's what's up. The pregame continues. Yeah. Yo, this is about to be really crazy. So make sure you lock in. I will see you tomorrow. Let's go.